Welcome to iCook, uCook. I'm Adrian, and today I'm going to show you how to make barbecue spaghetti. Let's get started. Alright, so we're in the kitchen today, and I'm probably going to show you one of my easiest and quickest recipes ever. I'm talking, I don't know, I won't be here long. But it's barbecue spaghetti, and it's the basic ingredients of barbecue sauce, spaghetti, mix. Little, minor points, but when we get done, you'll be a pro just like me. Okay, so right here I have my crock pot, and what I've done pretty much is when I make my country style ribs, I have a lot of barbecue sauce left over. And in that barbecue sauce we have garlic and onions and habanero pepper. We got cracked chili peppers. We have scallions. We have thyme. I have a lot of stuff going on in my crock pot. There's Guinness, a little bit of brown sugar. If you haven't seen my country style ribs episode, be sure to check it out, because after you make the country style ribs, you pretty much have a lot of leftover barbecue sauce that's been infused with a lot of flavor. So what I like to do is I take the sauce and I add a little bit of spaghetti, and voila, your barbecue spaghetti. What I'm doing right now is I'm going ahead and get my water boiling. I actually have a pot of water on already. One for my spaghetti, one for my broccoli. And so I'm going to let my water come to a boil, get my spaghetti going, and then I'll show you the rest of the quickest recipe ever. Be back in a sec. Alright, so my water looks like it's pretty much ready to go. So I'm going to go ahead and get my pasta added. There we go. I think this is about a whole pack of pasta, so if you want to portion size it, but if I'm not mistaken, that's a whole pack. Let's get this spread in here. I'm not going to break my pasta up because I like nice long and string, and they'll all fall in a second. A little bit of olive oil. I already added salt to my water just so to keep things moving. There we go. And once these all fall in, I'm going to let them go for about 6 minutes so I can keep my pasta nice and al dente. Oh, that gummy, chewy flavor. Okay, let's get this out of the way. Yeah, so there's not much more to it than let the pasta cook. And when the pasta gets cooked, we add it to the sauce. When I get back, I do have a secret ingredient for you though, just to kick it up a notch. Hang tight. Okay, so my spaghetti looks nice and al dente. It's about 6.5 minutes boil time on that. I'm gonna go ahead and get this strained off. My broccoli pot looks about ready. And I'm gonna go ahead and get my broccoli steaming. There we go, just toss that in. Let that bad boy steam. I have my broccoli nice and crispy, so it's not going to steam too long. While my broccoli steams, I actually have some leftover steak from my country style ribs. So I'm going to go ahead and get that shredded in the meantime. Come back and assemble.
You may think that I don't care, 'cause I've been a rover there and everywhere. In Princeton you bet about me, they never yet say good. But one thing I like about you, you always do as you should, and that's why if I don't have you, then for me there'll be nobody else. No, oh no. And even if the river should run dry, for me there'll be nobody else.
Alright, so I got my spaghetti drained. It's always a good idea to add a little bit of olive oil, just so if things don't stick together. A little olive oil in that. There we go. That looks good. And while my spaghetti is nice and hot, I'm gonna go ahead and add my secret ingredients. Believe it or not, just a little bit of cheddar cheese, barbecue sauce. I love how those two complement each other. So you got some sharp cheddar cheese here, and you got the tanginess of your barbecue sauce. Go ahead and sprinkle this in. And since the spaghetti is still hot, a lot of it's going to go ahead and melt. Now, let's get that sprinkled on in. And my barbecue sauce, I'm about to use about 1.5 cups of cheddar cheese with this today. There we go. Let's get that tossed in. Help my cheese to melt some. I'm going to move this over here. It's one of my cooler burners. Oh yeah. See, my barbecue sauce has been on a slow simmer. And as you just saw, I took those wonderful chunks of steak I had left over and threw it back in. And all you simply want to do is then you just want to ladle on your sauce. After you make your country style ribs, you're going to have a little bit of oil left on top. You always want to spoon that off. It's just left over from the oil, from the fat from the beef. Get a couple more of these ladled in here. Help my cheddar cheese melt. And I promise you, this is probably the best way to get it done, simply because you have all that goodness, all that flavor left over from your sauce. And my cheddar cheese is completely melted. Look at that, man. And I promise you'll get some of the perfect flavors, some tangy, wonderful, delicious flavors with the sauce and the cheese combined into your spaghetti.
Oh no.
Lovely. Cheese gave it a different color. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and get this bad boy served, and it's chow time. Alright, so I think we got our barbecue spaghetti here, garnished nicely with a little bit of broccoli. I got my cheddar cheese, it's fresh out of the pot, still got my steam coming off. I'm gonna go ahead and give this bad boy a go. I got some wonderful chunks of steak in here. That looks really good. Oh. That is pretty good. Spaghetti, nice and al dente. I got all my beautiful flavors left over from my sauce infused in my spaghetti. Got to love that. Barbecue spaghetti, the easiest thing I've ever made. Thank you for hanging out with me today on iCook, uCook. This was a great one. This was an easy one. Hang in there, subscribe, and take care.
But one thing I like about you, you always do as you should, and that's why if I don't have you, then for me there'll be nobody else. No, oh no. And even if the river should run dry,